Hi everyone. Today we'll talk about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League Season 4 and what to expect from Season 4 and why you would want to try new season, because this season, by the way, little spoiler, it brings a lot of features that we've been asking almost since the launch. So the most important thing about Season 4, by the way, it's almost 1 year since the release of the game. The most important thing is offline mode. And by the way, it's the most important change because, come on, a lot of fans and people who enjoy the story and overall atmosphere of Arkhamverse, one of the best DC interpretations. A lot of us loved Arkhamverse and different Rocksteady games for offline story related single player games, because like you remember, all the Arkhamverse games, except for the upcoming new game in VR, they were single player offline games like Arkham Asylum, Arkham Origins, Arkham City, and wonderful, beautiful Arkham Knight, Batman Arkham Knight. And the story was wonderful, atmosphere was extremely good. And by the way, Suicide Squad, it's a direct continuation of the story of Arkhamverse. It happens in quite some time after the Arkham Knight, and it continues the story of that wonderful ending of Batman Arkham Knight. By the way, like I already told you, Arrowverse and Arkhamverse are the two, I can say they are, if not the best, they are one of the best interpretations of the whole overall DC universe. And maybe also we can put the Snyderverse with the Batman vs Superman, also a wonderful movie, but still Arkhamverse is definitely one of the best DC interpretations. And we love Rocksteady for that single player offline games where you are not forced to be all the time online, games where you can launch every single time where you want and don't need to wait till the maintenance will be over, and so you can simply just launch the game. Don't waste your time waiting for searching for party, and you don't need to look at different leaderboards. You simply just launch the game and have your fun time with your own speed playing through the storyline, and nothing bothers you, not the maintenance mode or something else or additional updates you need to download all the time, because it's an online game. It's always online, almost all the time online, and you don't have any problems with launching it. You simply can launch the game and enjoy the story in your own time without no hurry. So finally they're giving us an opportunity to play, by the way, quite good game with quite a big amount of lore. By the way, this game main story is just, it's not bad, it's just quite a good story about Brainiac. I still think Injustice is the best alteration, best interpretation of Brainiac in the DC universe, but still it's quite a good overall story if you are reading lore, because in this game lore is everything. There are tons of different lore about Brainiac, what Brainiac wants, what Brainiac doing with Justice League, how he is doing, in which way he is altering their minds. Everything is described and very deeply described in lore tabs. So this game is more about lore, and this lore gives you a lot of different answers. And by the way, story is, especially if we are talking about seasonal content, especially in the latest two seasons, when we've came back to Gotham City in the season 3, and we tried to rescue, we finally rescued Flash. It's some sort of resetting the story of main storyline of the main campaign of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. So now we're coming to the overall reset of the whole Arkhamverse for the future games. So Suicide Squad, yes, they killed our version of Justice League, but Justice League will be in that world, especially if you are following the story. You can, by the way, you can see all the cutscenes on my channel of different seasons. I'm recording all the seasonal cutscenes. All the Justice League, they will be some sort of, everything is coming to that. They will be some sort of rescued, but from the other dimensions, from the other realities. Like you remember, in DC universe, especially from Arkhamverse, there are 52 Earth variants, and if we are counting Earth X, there are 53 versions of our universe and our Earth in the multiverse. So yes, story is moving into quite good direction, especially with the latest seasons. They added a lot of things. They added more cutscenes into seasons. They added more story dialogues and different interesting lore tabs, especially describing what Brainiac is doing. Like I already told you, different motivations of different characters. Even previous playable character, she is very good described in lore tabs with her motivation and her relations to her father, what she is thinking, how she is feeling about her father being a criminal and a mercenary that killing people, why she is trying to some sort of follow in his steps. So, by the way, lore in this game is quite good. At least it's very interesting to follow that story because it's a story that leads to something. It's a very logical story. It's not breaking out, like, for example, I very like this example, like a series of Wheel of Time, where you're just watching series, TV series, and it's very beautiful. It's extremely beautiful with wonderful actors and actresses, but it's just beautiful, but with a lot of cliches from other fantasies, and they're mixed together, and this mixture of different stems from different fantasies, from different very well-known fantasy novels and other series. It just mixed in the way that it doesn't make overall common sense. It's just a very beautiful pictures that not working together. So again, I'm talking about TV series, Wheel of Time, only TV series. And about Suicide Squad, lore here works. It's combining, it's a mixture of different DC stories, but this mixture is working together quite very well, especially again, if you are reading lore, because a lot of story is covered within the lore and different lore tabs. So finally, you can play it without queues on server, without additional Warner Bros. Problems, issues, because on the launch we've got a lot of issues with launching into the game from Warner Bros. Account. Now there are no such problems. There won't be such problems from December 10th. You can simply just launch the game into offline mode or just copy your character, create a copy of your existing offline online profile, allowing you to simply just log into the game offline with all your progress saved. And also, we've got new character, by the way. You might remember this character, especially from Arrowverse, like a main antagonist of Oliver Queen from Arrow series from season 2. And there will be, sadly, we only got seasons in Suicide Squad got only better in terms of story, but finally this will be the last season of the game. Season 4, every season here is divided into 2 episodes, 1 month and a half for every episode. So these 3 or 4 months of Suicide Squad will be the last, sadly, the last 3 or 4 months of the game. After that, there will be, as far as I can see, there will be no additional content, at least for now. Like we can see from this little paragraph, there will be no additional content. Season 4 will be the last one, and we will kill the last Brainiac alterations. By the way, we need to kill 13 Brainiacs during the storyline, during the main campaign. Campaign told us that we need to kill 13 alterations of Brainiac, 12 plus our from the main campaign. And for now, we've killed only 7 Brainiacs, so there will be 9 Brainiacs in total. So I can't see. There will be. It would be really interesting to see how Rocksteady decided to finish the story, because we will still have 4 Brainiacs to kill. How they want to kill the story, how they want to finish the story, would be quite interesting to see. Maybe they will just cut the number and try to describe this in lore, or maybe they will just put 3 Brainiacs in one fight. Also would be quite interesting, because every season every episode we've got new Brainiac with some new mechanics. By the way, these mechanics are quite interesting. At least most Brainiac fights, you can see them, can watch them on my channel. They're quite interesting and quite engaging, especially in playing solo. So here we're talking about new playable character. By the way, all the new playable characters They're completely free, and also all the seasonal content except for season pass, just skins from season pass. All the seasonal content and the storyline are completely free. Yes, Destiny 2 with paid seasons for $15 currently, because there are no packs there. Bungie are selling their seasons, sorry, episodes. Bungie renamed seasons for $12, but you can't buy in Steam $12 for $12, but you can't buy $12 pack. You can only buy $15 pack currency to buy seasons. So by the way, all the seasons currently they are $15 every each one. So every season in Destiny 2, who might not know this, all the seasonal content, all the seasonal story, they're behind the paywall. So you need to pay for the season, and you need to wait, because every single season in Destiny 2 they're behind time gate. So you need to wait, because all the content it's locked behind several weeks. You need to wait on 1 week, next week, and next week until all the content will be unlocked. You need to wait quite a lot in addition to paying money for that particular story. I'm not talking, and I'm not talking even about mechanics in Destiny 2, because the last new mechanic we saw in Destiny 2 were in Witch Queen DLC. After that, we've got simply no new mechanics at all, only just remakes or recolors of existing mechanics from Forsaken DLC, from different raids, previous raids, currently deleted from Destiny 2, like for example Leviathan or Crown of Sorrow, etc., etc. So completely new mechanics. In terms of that, Suicide Squad, as I've already been talking in my previous videos, doing quite a big job in giving you new mechanics every single season, quite a lot of quite of interesting mechanics, in especially Brainiac fights, and quite a lot of new armor and weapons with really interesting perks. For example, when we weren't talking about new character, because new character is a new story and new skills need to be tested in the game, but about new items, for example, we've got new sets like exotics from Division or Destiny or other looter shooters. And for example, we've got new sets. For example, this one set you can see on that screenshots, quite infamous enemy of Barry Allen from Flash series. Especially in series, we've seen this big gorilla. This set will allow you to build up Steel Force Master by overcharging your shield, and that will boost your damage by 2000% and grant you shields for each single kill. But you must stay perfectly still while using it to keep the bonus. So you can see different new items with really interesting perks that's really changing the way how you are playing. There are tons of build crafting possibilities. Of course, I can't say this game. I can name you 2 games with the most enriched build crafting possibilities. By the way, it's the most lore enriched games you can ever find. It's of course Outriders and Dragon Age Inquisition, because it's the most enriched lore enriched game I've ever played, and I definitely suggestion you to play this game. It's a wonderful game in both terms of lore and terms of build crafting possibilities, but there's still quite a lot. Not as much like, for example, in Outriders, different build crafting possibilities still. There are tons of different opportunities for you to make your own build. And every single, not only season, but episode, we've got new sets that's given. You can see how much how many different possibilities given you for different builds, for melee builds, for weapon builds, skill builds, etc., etc. Or, for example, Tier 3 set, the same set of that villain will give you additional rage to deal some serious melee damage, and by shield harvesting enemies you will be able to build up to Feast of Anger, which boosts your melee damage by 10,000% and has a chance to launch enemies away from when hit. So you can see wonderful new opportunities for melee builds, especially on Harley Quinn. It will be very, very strong. She is very strong in melee builds. And in addition to that, additional different items, we want to look through items, because in Suicide Squad there are Rocksteady doing a very good job in terms of making new items. They are very fun to play. There are different, again, possibilities, especially for people like me who really love to make different builds. By the way, one of the main directions of the channel is to make guides and builds. So additionally, they are providing us different locations every single season, and our some sort of nightfalls or strikes or GMs for Destiny players, little Easter egg. Additional some sort of dungeons we are playing every single season, and some sort of, let me say, raids, because Brainiac fights, they're almost like a raid. They will be currently in Smallville thematic. It's a location where it's a little town where Superman Clark Kent was adopted, and when he spent his childhood with his mother and father, Earth's mother and father. And there will be some sort of alteration, because every single season we're fighting another Brainiac, and this Brainiac collapse in different worlds, combined in different worlds, new Brainiac from another dimension, from another universe, and this universe are altered with some very important DC place or some very important DC Universe events. And this time it will be connected with, it will be Smallville thematic, and it will be more, not a regular Smallville, but a medieval Smallville themed. So it would be really interesting to see how it looks like. You can see on the screenshot there is a Brainiac's ship, Skull ship, and there is very medieval, reminds me of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands style location. So it will be really interesting to see our Suicide Squad characters, heroes, so-called anti-heroes, in that particular visuals and these landscapes. So again, they're doing a great job in providing free content, and of course new battle pass, premium and free battle pass. You can see how it looks like, how new skins looks like from battle pass. And what's, again, very important, everything will be completely for free, but sadly this will be the last season. But finally we've got, again, for free, new character. You don't need to pay for this character. And we've got, finally, offline mode to play in the game without no queues, without different queues, without maintenance, simply just to launch the game without additional need to link Warner Bros. Accounts. I really hope they won't make us to link Warner Bros. Accounts to play offline, because it would be simply just really fun to link accounts to be able to play game offline. But still, it's something very, very long awaited that they promised even before the launch. And additional roadmap, they also released roadmap for new season. You can see new characters, quite infamous, new weapons, new different infamous sets, and of course offline modes, long awaited for a lot of players, and I think for almost every player. And of course new missions, new alterations of open worlds, new mayhem maps, it's some sorts of dungeons, and of course new incursions and different other stuff. By the way, this looks like a combination of different else worlds we've been playing through, and some sorts of all the worlds combining together. This screenshot in there, you can see where you can see this and more title. And of course, by the way, Harley costume reminds me of Lotus costume from, again, season 4, if I remember correctly, of Arrow series. So here it is, guys. You can see how it looks like. By the way, great changes for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It's really sad that they only started to provide bigger variety of different activities every season, and sadly they started it in season 3, but sadly season 4 will be the last one, because there is a potential for this game to be developed in a right way, especially with offline mode. But sadly, yeah, this game will be some sort of closed. Still, we will be able to play with infamous characters from DC Universe offline with no problems, with no lags, with no queues on logging in, and with this wonderful build crafting possibilities with tons of different items, sets, without need to be all the time offline. and we'll be able simply just to enjoy the game with its quite good lore from the wonderful DC universe. So here's this, guys. Don't forget to click like button and subscribe to the channel if you want more videos like this. Also check our different guides built on Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, Remnant 2, Horizon Forbidden West, Assassin's Creed series, of course, Elder Scrolls Online, news, guides, and builds. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Good luck.